Welcome everybody to this call, to the RIMAN compensation plan training call. It's a privilege of mine to go through this plan, a compensation plan that is quite spectacular. I've been in the industry now for nearly 15 years, and never have I seen a company that has provided a compensation plan that is so powerful that if you really understand it and you understand the dynamics of the compensation plan, you can really build some serious wealth as we build in RIMAN in the next few years. Okay, so let's get straight into it. First of all, for you to understand the RIMAN business model, there's 9 different ways to get paid in RIMAN. Right, so the idea for you is how soon can you get to a position where you can learn and earn every single one of those compensation plans. You know, these are 9 streams of revenue that you can generate through our amazing, powerful compensation plan. My mentor once told me this, that if you know you're going the right direction, just keep going, and as long as you keep going in that right direction, success lies as you're going through that journey. And that's what RIMAN should remind you of, the 9 different ways where you can actually get paid through our comp plan. Okay, so let me go into the first concept. So this is what you would see in our presentation where we talk about the different elements. So the 9 different plans is literally incorporated inside this slide and the leadership match slide. So now what's very important for you to understand in the beginning are the terms. So there is 2 kinds of points. The first one is called a sales point, or SP, and that is used to calculate your rank advancement. So anything to do with SP is all about how you can achieve the different ranks in RIMAN and also how you can get promoted. BP is business point. Now that's calculated for your commissions. Okay, they're 2 different things. And sales point on an average around the world is something where it's about 90%, roughly 85 to 90% of the actual retail value before delivery and tax. And business point is about 70%. Now, why is this that the company has created sales points and business points is very powerful. Think about this. How many countries are there in the world? Over 200 countries, right? Different currencies, different exchange rates. So how is it that we are now in 11 countries, very soon to be in 50 countries in the next 5 years? So how is it that without creating a compensation plan, say for United Kingdom, another compensation plan for United States of America, another compensation plan for Malaysia, how is it that the company can create just one compensation plan and make it simple for us distributors, but build all over is by adjusting the sales point and the business point of each of the countries. So this is really clever that the company has done. So all you've got to do is learn one compensation plan and apply that all over the world. So it allows you to build a business globally using this concept. So understand, SP is for rank advancement, BP is to calculate your commissions. SP is roughly 90%, BP is roughly 70%. Okay, so let me just see who is this. 1 second. All right, let's go. So the first one, the first revenue stream is our amazing retail plan, which is 10 to 54% of BP, not SP, BP. Okay, it's very powerful that you get as a commission, all right, when you get the amount. So if you think about this, how does this work? Based on your rank. So to become a planner, you know, as soon as you start within RIMAN, you are a planner and you earn 10%, okay, of the BP that you have generated. And as you go to manager, senior manager, team leader, and you can so it goes from 10 to 44%. This is the highest retail commission that is paid out in our amazing $200 billion industry, direct sales. So 10 to 44% based on your rank. So think about this. As a planner, you earn 10%, but as a team leader, you earn 40% on the same business that you're doing. So there is a huge advantage for you to rank up as soon as possible to earn these retail commissions. These commissions are paid out on a week by week basis. So the week starts on a Saturday and ends on a Friday, and is US timing because we use the US system to pay out and calculate timing, a specific timing. Okay, so whatever you do in the week is what you get paid after 14 days for the customer, and the week after you get paid out on Tuesdays. Weekly paid on Tuesdays. So if this was 1 week cycle, whatever you do this week, we wait for the next 2 weeks for 14 days, and the Tuesday after is when you get paid. This is retail commissions on what you acquire through your online shop. Now, what does retail mean? Is you acquiring a customer who goes through your global online shop anywhere in the world, in the 11 countries we operate in right now, very soon 50, and they purchase a product. The moment you purchase the product, you get two things. One is you get the SP that is used for you to rank in the company, planner, manager, senior manager, and BP is business point. You get 10% of the business point if you're a planner, 20% of the business point if you're a manager. It's so important that you understand that point there. Okay. Now, next is something called top retailer bonus, another income stream. So you've got the base retail commission. There's something called a top retailer bonus. How do you achieve that? If you acquire 20 customers, okay, 20 customers, that's 20 customer accounts through your online shop, and it totals up to 2000 SP. Now the company pays an extra 5% to your base retail commission, right? So if you're a planner, okay, I mean, if you do 2000 SP, you automatically become a manager. So if you're a manager, instead of 20%, you now earn 25%. Now, if you have 40 customers, that is lifetime customers. It doesn't mean that you need to have straight away 40 customers this month. As long as you have 40 customer accounts that is generated through your website, and you did 4000 SP, now instead of 5%, you want an extra 10% top retailer bonus. So when you achieve that, that bonus is calculated and it's paid out monthly on the 15th of the month. Okay, so what's great about RIMAN is we get paid 5 times in a month. The weekly payments, that's about 4 weeks, all right, about 52 weeks in a year, and then the monthly payment that comes out on the 15th. So what you got now, but you should have got paid out now. Think about it, where you are in the month. So there's 5 payouts that come out based on what you achieve. So if some of your payments, all right, are due to come, it will get paid out. So you got to identify what's the weekly payout, what's the monthly payout. That's how the system operates. All you need is 20 lifetime customers to get that top retailer bonus of 5% with 2000 SP in the month and 4000 SP in the month and 40 lifetime customers. Okay, next thing is called open group. Now, what does open group mean? This is the individuals who are not your customers, but your business partners. And if you get to senior manager, it's your customer as well. I'm going to get to that. So imagine you are a manager. Okay, look on the right hand side, it says everything. A manager's commission, you get paid on your personal customers and all the customers who are on level 1 of your team. And your base commission is 20%. So let's give me an example. Imagine you're a manager, you acquired a customer through your website, and your base commission is 20%. But remember, top retailer bonus. If you have 2000 SP with 20 customers, that's an extra 5%. If you have 4000 SP with 40 lifetime customers, that's an extra 10%. That is why under customer it says 20 to 30%. So it shows you either you can get 20 or you can get 25 or you can get 30%. That's if you acquire a customer, not a distributor who becomes one through your website. Now, let's say you have a planner on level 1. Now, let's say, for example, the planner did 1000 BP. Automatically, the planner gets 10%, but because you are the upline manager, you get 20 minus 10, so you get 10% of all the BP of that planner. This is leverage. The planner did the work, the planner got the customer, the planner got 10% BP, but because it's in your team, you're the manager, you get 20 minus 10, that's 10%. If it's a planner's business. Let's say another leg, you've got somebody who's on the same rank as you, a manager. Now let's say the manager did, let's say 1000 BP. Now the manager gets his or her on 20%, but because they're on the same rank as you, you will get 5% of that manager's BP. So understand, manager commission, top retailer bonus. Now what does personal order rebate program mean? Rebate means when you, as a planner, purchase a product or products through your own website. That's not called retail. Retail means you acquired a customer. Rebate means you're getting a rebate of your own order. So even if you bought the product, you get paid on your own purchase. So if you're a manager and you ordered for yourself, let's say it's 20%, that's the commission. 10% you get paid cash, 10% you get paid RIMAN dollar. So let me clarify. So imagine you're a planner, you got 1000 BP that you purchased on your own. That is split into 2. Okay, so whatever your commission is split into 2. Okay, half of that, so that's 500 comes to you. That's what's calculated. 500 is calculated for the 10%, and 10% is RIMAN dollar. So I'll give you a simple example. Let's say you have 1000 BP and you're a manager. You are now due 200, right? So 20% of 1000 is 200. Split that into 2. 50% of that is your commission. That's £100. And the remaining 50%, that's another 100, is RIMAN dollar rebate. Now, what does that mean? That is money or credit that stays in your account that you can use for your future purchases. So let me give you a simple example once again. Imagine you have 1000, okay, BP, and now you're getting 20% of that as a commission. That is £200. 10% is a commission of that. 50% is commission 100, and the other 100 is for future RIMAN dollars. But if it's a customer who did 1000 BP, you get the entire 20%, that is £200 as a commission income. So only if you purchase, it is split into 2. If a customer purchases, it doesn't get split into two. Now remember, there is a high level reasoning of why the company does this. It's so that they can be compliant in the direct sales industry globally all over the world, because this industry is very strongly regulated in many parts of the world. If you understood that, the model applies very simple all the way through. Next is senior manager. Okay, so let's work this out. So as a senior manager, you get paid commission on your personal customers and your first level customers, but you also get commission on everybody in your organization up to the next senior manager. To achieve senior manager, only the customers from your level 1 team is counted. So remember that. Only the customers from level 1 is counted to achieve the rank, but when you get paid out, you get paid out on everybody in your organization up to the next senior manager. That's called open group. So if you're a senior manager and you found somebody who's actually a planner, that's an open group. Manager, that's also an open group. But if that hits senior manager, that's no longer an open group. So personal and first level commission. So same concept. Your base commission is 25% plus on your customers and your entire organization, another 5% is given as a base commission, as an open group commission. So 25 plus 5, that's how it gets to 30. So it's very simple. You're a senior manager, you got a customer. Now you get 30% of the BP. Great. Top retailer bonus will take you to 35 or 40. If you have a planner, you get the differential. 30 minus 10, that's 20. If you have a manager, the differential. 30 minus 20, that is 10. And if there's another senior manager, on that senior manager's business, you get 5%. So that's how senior manager works. Next, team leader, the same concept. In a team leader, you get unlimited levels in the team leader group commission. You get 40% base, and you also get leadership match bonus, which I'm going to get to later on. Right? So it's a very similar concept as to what we have learned. You follow the same system all the way through. Next, what is leadership match? Imagine you are a team leader, and if another person in your team, anywhere in that level, let's say you are here, let's say you are a distributor, let's say somebody came in your team, Anna introduced somebody called Betty introduced somebody called Kathy is a team leader. Now you get paid 40% of the commissions that Kathy is paid. That's quite powerful. But it's not coming out of Kathy's income, is on top, you get paid. Now, there are it clearly tells you in the compensation plan document what are the commissions that's eligible for leadership match. For example, you won't get, if Kathy is earning a leadership match, you won't get 40% of her leadership match, but all the other commissions you will generate. Remember, imagine under Kathy there's somebody else. That's called second generation. You get another 20%. Imagine somebody else under that. There's 10% on a third generation. So leadership match you can get from team leader to national director all the way up to 6 generations. I have seen over 100 compensation plans. I've even got experience in building compensation plan. No company out there does this. This makes it really powerful. What does this mean? It means if you find people who go up in the business and they rank up and they really fly with the business, you get paid a commission percentage of what they earn. But here's what I've never seen before. Imagine you are a team leader and someone comes in your team who becomes a national director on a higher rank than you still get paid leadership match bonus. That means there's no blockage. That is really very powerful. Let's go to the next streams of income. That is uni-level, leadership override, and revenue share. So apart from everything that I've explained so far, what does uni-level mean? That means based on your position, if you achieve 1,000 SP in a month with 10 customers. Remember, these are not active customers, these are lifetime customers. Then whoever comes on your level 1, the company pays you an additional 5% if you're a planner. Whoever is on your level 2, an additional 5% on whoever comes there and whatever customers. As a manager, if you have 1,000 SP, you get paid on 2 levels, uni level. Senior manager, 4 levels. This is in addition to the 5% override that you're already getting. Team leader, up to 6 levels. It's quite phenomenal. So there's a huge advantage for you doing 1,000 SP and having 10 lifetime customers, because you're generating additional 5%. So if you add them, so think about this. Imagine you're a planner and a manager, and you do not, you've not achieved the rank of senior manager, no problem. Now, if you want to earn from your team, if you do 3,000 SP or 30 customers, you can now earn up to level 3 and level 4. And as a team leader, if you do 5,000 SP, it goes all the way up to level 6. So the company is encouraging you that even if you haven't got a big team, if you build and acquire customers, it pays you out on the levels in your organization. This is quite phenomenal. Now, why should you be a director? Because when you become a director, you get under the 6th level 2% up to infinity levels. So the company is sharing revenue with you. As a senior director, 3%. As a national director, that's 4%. And the final income is revenue share. That is when you become a director, senior director, national director, based on the region that you are in, there are points added for all the activities that happen in your organization. For example, if you promoted a team leader, promoted a director, you get points, and the company revenue shares with you based on the points. There's a pot, and it's like, a profit share, so that we all work together. Even if they are in different organizations, we work together and generate an income. So that's the different forms of income. So think about this. This is the previous slide, and this is uni level. Now imagine you're earning uni level plus your normal, 5% from the previous income. So you can see, as a planner with 1,000 SP, you can now earn 5%. If you see, the first 5 is bigger, the first number. That's the uni level, and the second 5 is the open group. So you can see 5 and 5, 10%. If you become a manager, 5 plus 10, 15%. If you become a senior manager, 5 plus 20, 25%. And you can see this scale. So the company rewards you if you can do 1,000 SP and get 10 customers. And remember, this is 10 lifetime customers. It's quite spectacular. So let me give you a hypothetical example of the power of the RIMAN compensation plan. Imagine you built 6 levels down. So you introduced Anna, let's say ABC, they're on level 1. ABC is now introduced, so 3 introduced, let's say in level 2 you got 9. And then from 9, 27, 81. Let's say you got a total of 1,092 people. Okay? And this is your uni level compensation plan. I'll give you an example. Imagine everybody just did 1,000 BP. Now you got 1 million BP. Imagine the commissions is generating. It totals out to $33,000 as a monthly income. This is you simply getting 3 people who find 3 people. It went down 6 levels. Everybody did 1,000 BP. Your monthly revenue is $33,000. Now, what would you do if you made an extra $33,000 a month? What if everybody, forget 33,000 of 1,000, what if everybody only just did 10% of that? That's 100 BP. That still works out to an extra 3,300 income coming into your account every month. This is just uni level. I'm not talking about the other 8 incomes. This is just one of the 9. If you just did that 1000 SP and got those 10 customers. What if somebody did, instead of 1000 BP per planner, you had 2000 BP? That is 66,000 revenue, or your monthly income as a commission. Think about that. But if you do that kind of revenue, imagine as a senior director, when you get to level 5 and level 6, there's another 4%. Imagine everybody just did 1000 BP. That's 42,000 a month in revenue. This is phenomenal if you understand the scaling and the power of leverage. You have no idea of how fast your team will grow, right? It'll grow. You'll start with a few. We'll start with a few, and then next thing you know, you have a business in America, a business in Hong Kong, business in Malaysia, business in the UK, and it starts to grow. And if they attend training, and if they understand the power of the comp plan, if they build the kind of revenue that you can generate, it's very, very significant. And that's the power of our business. So, I covered the 9 income streams here that you can see on this one document that we give as an overview on the presentation slide and the leadership match. Now, here's a question for you. Why is it that we don't go into this much detail when we present the business? And this answer is very simple. This industry is over 100 years old. This industry is one of the industries that created the most amount of millionaires in the world. This industry pays over $200 million in commissions every single day. This industry is worth over $200 billion. Imagine we are introducing people who are coming into RIMAN, who are, most of them, 95% are employees who are coming from an employee mindset, no business background. So you don't want to give too much information in day one. Imagine you have a child and you want to give them pizza. You can't stuff the whole pizza down their throat. So you take time and you teach them step by step, step by step. And as they understand and they learn the compensation plan, as you grow in the business, soon you will be able to identify why each of these elements are put in place and why they are so powerful. So that's the 9 income streams of the compensation plan. Now, what I want to quickly go through is the compensation plan document. Now, there's a very detailed document called the RIMAN compensation plan that each and every one of you should have. It's there as part of, you can take it from your My Office. This is your business plan. And if I were you, I will take time to read through it, understand it. Here's the good news. You might not understand everything in the beginning. That's okay. That's why you have a support team in place where we are here to teach you, to help you to understand the comp plan. But once you understand it, once you read it, once you study it, once you understand it, now you've got a business plan for financial freedom. And imagine you build this in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and you're generating an extra 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month. If you become a national director, is way more. Senior director is way more. How powerful this is. So read the compensation plan. It talks about all the different sections that you can see, everything that you need about running your company. Literally, you're running your company within RIMAN. You're running your business within RIMAN. Talks about enrollment, the customers, the planners, the rank advancement, the commission calculation, how the commission payouts work, the returns and refunds, and the glossary. You can see as the enrollment, this is something that many of you have not understood yet. It's called 2.1. Think about this. It's called the Beyond Pool Customer Program. Now, what does that mean? So, in the last 12 months, the most recent 12 months, if a customer comes in and they spent up to £949, they get this concept called reward points. That's 5% of what they spent, reward points that they can use towards their future purchases. If they cross from 950 to 2,779, now they get 5% as reward points, but they get another 5% as an immediate discount to future purchases after 30 days. And if they cross 2,780, they get 5% reward points and 10% discount towards future purchases after 30 days. So here are the rules of the reward points. If you've got a reward point or a discount, in the first 30 days you can't use it, but after 30 days, for the next 3 months, 90 days, you can use your discounts and your reward points for future purchases. All the rules are there, so it encourages customers who will love our products to purchase more, to go on auto ship and be on the discounts and receive reward points. And the company encourages them, incentivizes them for becoming a repeat customer. Isn't that amazing? And the more they buy, the more they purchase, the more that they are being rewarded. That's called the Beyond Pool Customer Program or the Pool Program. Very powerful tool for you to have retention of customers, retaining your customers who are going to get addicted to the high quality products that we have. Then it tells you all the planner ranks, what is required to achieve the rank advancement, volume requirements. It also talks about the qualification window of, for being a manager, what volume is counted. Let me just quickly highlight this so that I can show you where I am. So you can see here, manager, rank advancement volume, you need 3,000 SP, within you and your level 1 team. That's called the personal team group, with more than 1,500 SP originating from one leg. So what does that mean? The maximum volume that you can count from one leg towards your rank is 50% of that volume requirement. So you can't just find one person who does 3,000 and you're a manager. It doesn't work that way. All right, if they're from your team. But if it's a customer, you can have as many customers as you want. And the volume is counted for the last 3 months. So as long as you accumulate 3,000 SP in 3 months, you're good. There you go. Senior manager, 6,000. Team leader, director, senior director, and national director. So you can see all the information. And over here it says the structure. For manager and senior manager, there's no requirement. But for team leader, you need 3 legs of at least 1 senior manager each. That's called senior manager leg. Director is 3 team leader legs. Senior director is 2. And national director is 4. Again, all the information is all here. It tells you very clearly, personal team group, but all the details is there in the compensation plan. Now, it gives you the example of how they calculate the months. So the most recent, let's say 3 months, is current month plus the previous 2 months. So if we are right now in December, okay, because we just launched in November, so it doesn't work, but it's 3 months that is always counted. So let's say January, February, March. When we go into April, the volume of January will disappear, then February, March, and April is counted. So it's always 3 consecutive months. That's called calendar months. Okay. Next, these are rank maintenance and requalification requirements. It tells you what you need as a maintenance, for each of the ranks. Because for manager and senior manager, once you achieve that rank, you're never going to drop off. That's a lifetime rank. As a team leader, there is a requirement. It's 10,000 SP in each calendar month. And if for some reason you don't achieve it, it also tells you how to requalify. It's called grace period. So again, very clearly explained, and you can see all the details over here. This is RIMAN rebate and RIMAN dollars. Remember, rebate is for you becoming your own customer. RIMAN dollars is again used for you and your own customer. Again, very clearly in detail of what I explained earlier on. Next, compensation plan. It tells you all the different, commissions, sponsor commission, open group, all the details that you require, all the details. It also tells you what you require there in terms of all the points that you got to fulfill. Retail commission, is all the customers that you acquire and from your customers. Okay, there is no active customer requirement to get paid your retail customer. What is an active customer? An active customer is in a month. If you're a manager or senior manager, you need 3, and if you're a team leader and above, you need 5. These are customers who place an order, can be any order amount. So for you to get paid out, active customers, manager, senior manager, you need 3 in the month. Team leader and above, you need 5. Top retailer bonus, sponsor commission, open group commission. It talks all about the details. It gives you example as well so that you can understand how it's paid out. Uni-level commission, leadership match, the generations, what is eligible in leadership match. It tells you all of that as well. And if you keep going down, leadership overrides, revenue share, rank advancement schedule, that when you get paid. So manager and senior managers, anytime you achieve that rank, it's a live promotion. Team lead and above, you get promoted from the first of the following month. So understand that, it's very important. Manager, senior manager, the moment you achieve 3,000 SP, you're a manager. The moment you achieve 6,000 SP, you're a senior manager at that point. Team leader, you got to wait till the first of the month. All right. Commission period, it tells you the timing, Saturday to Friday, Pacific time. It tells you the commission period, the order calculation, the points, leadership match, payouts, returns, refunds, all the information and all the explanations of all the elements over here as well. Okay, so that kind of covers quite a lot of things. And also there's a customer service email address there, that if there's anything that is not right, okay, so I've noticed this especially with new individuals who come to the industry. Sometimes you've got to let the system generate, sometimes the volume, 99% of the times the volume comes straight away. Sometimes it takes an hour or 2 because it can be a shift over. Because remember, we are using the US Pacific time. If you acquire the customer, I can guarantee you, even if the customers are missing or the volume is not showing, as long as you email it in with the evidence, it will get resolved. If for some reason you have escalated your customer service, within 2 working days, 2 business days, they normally respond. If you haven't got a response within 2 working days, you escalate it to your team leader and above. Once you become a team leader, you got an advanced access towards the back office in RIMAN. And if your team leader cannot fix this, if for some reason, let's say you've given it for 2 to 3 days, then get in touch with myself, anybody who's on a, director rank and above. And if you do that, here's my reality to you. Any issue that you have, any challenge that you have, we will get it fixed. Is RIMAN perfect? No. But we are much better than what's out there. I know sometimes it can be frustrating because remember, the RIMAN system is so powerful because imagine thousands of customers are being generated globally in all of the countries, and so many different calculations and so many different percentages and 9 income streams paid out. So sometimes things happen. Just be patient and just follow the system. We will get it resolved for yourself. Let me also talk to you about the payment system. If you remember, the weekly payouts is your sponsor commissions, your retail commissions. The monthly payouts are your top retailer bonus, your leadership match bonus, and those kind of things. So you get paid 5 times in a month. So you will get paid on Tuesdays. Every Tuesdays it gets generated into your RIMAN wallet. And then the monthly commission comes in the 15th of the month. So you always can wait for Tuesday. If it doesn't happen, just give it a week. If things are not right, you can always get in touch with us. But the reality of the fact is the compensation plan works, the payouts work, and we are here to help you and connect with you and teach you the system. But the most important part of this is this compensation plan. This is the most advanced compensation plan in this amazing industry. When you learn it, you understand it, trust me, you can create a business plan to generate significant wealth. because your biggest advantage is the products sell themselves. An amazing product, amazing compensation plan. And then remember, Riemann is not perfect, it's just better than what's out there. Okay, so that's the part of the training. Thank you so much for staying on this. Let me just quickly stop the recording.